In uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Sanders there with a first down carry that might have gotten a yard, if that. Second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9. Play action. Here's Hurts. Flush to his right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Left side here to Sanders. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing is Hurts. Out left and hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to Ward. And he'll be out of bounds. So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. We got 4. We got 4. Hey, 91. 91.
Here's Kaepernick. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Now, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They go play action with Hurts. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
And that was nice. Jalen Hurts to Jalen Reagor. Jalen to Jalen, and the Eagles are hoping to see much more of that. Just 31 catches as a rookie for Reagor. They're hoping that number at least doubles in 2021.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. Back to throw again. Fighting his target, it's Ward. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyler Eifert, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Panthers nothing. Jake Elliott kicking off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, it's Alex Erickson. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. That's complete out right to the tight end, Tremble. And he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
The Carolina Panthers picked up Tommy Tremble in the 3rd round from Notre Dame. This is a tight end with terrific upside, a tremendous blocker, now showing good hands on that catch for a first down.
Kaepernick now on first down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Now, Kaepernick again. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Play action. Now Kaepernick. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
One of the more productive and durable players up until last year. Remember, in 2019, 116 catches, which was an all-time record for NFL running backs. Trying to come back from an injury-filled 2020.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Zane Gonzalez up to the field goal. A 52-yard.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. They're going to look to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. Gets through and now an opening. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts. And his throw here is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Going deep for Eifert. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
To throw, Kaepernick. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Throwing is Kaepernick on third down. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. The return is Ward. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. Going deep for Eifert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. That is caught by Anderson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Open man left side, it's the tight end Trimble. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Brandon Graham just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. On second down, McCaffrey. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at this.
Touchdown, Panthers! Tommy Tremble. His second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 18 yards the gain for number 18. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Hurts. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminated touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the 1st. This is McCaffrey, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now Kaepernick. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Kaepernick to throw. That caught by Trimble. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 91.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
got to get it to the 21 here on third down. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles will take over here just shy of the 30.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Nice touchdown, baby.
Tyler Eifert, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Hurts will throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Kaepernick now to throw. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. And we're back now in Charlotte. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. McCaffrey on the counter. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So they lost yardage and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He'll get that one to Carter complete.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
4 yards remain for second down. Throwing is Hurts. Going deep for Eifert. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Tyler Eifert, 38 yards. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Eagles. Elliott good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And some space here. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Second down, back to Sanders. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's Kaepernick. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be out right at the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
23 yards on the play. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 23. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Kaepernick going to throw. There's Trimble, the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now Kaepernick again. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and they haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
On first down, Kaepernick. Past the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Carolina! Alex Harrison His third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2. Kaepernick looking to throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.